Moving on to legal risk management, industry relations. Again, very, very important part of all the jobs. You definitely want people in your venue that know the players in your city. Again, when I worked for Atlanta United, I was in contact with the mayor, with the city manager, with the county commissioners, with the local fire department and fire marshal, police, all of these people, because it was really important. These were important people to our venue. They helped us, and so we had to make sure we had relationships with them. That was really, really important. Likewise, risk management is key, and making sure you're meeting your legal responsibilities. Which again is why I had relationships with so many people in city and county government, as well as politicians, because there are legal obligations for a facility, and you want to make sure you're meeting those. But sometimes politicians and people that you're friendly with at City Hall can help you with that. It's not maybe a pretty thing to get involved in that situation, but it's kind of a fact of life. And then you have, occupational health, OSHA. That's the organization, the federal government organization that makes the rules for what you can and can't do. What's a good example of this? Maybe if you've worked in a warehouse, you've seen somebody who didn't have a ladder, and they've gotten on the forks of a forklift, and they've had a buddy lift them up so they can get something off the top shelf, right? That's not OSHA compliant. Look, I've done that. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've ridden in the buckets of John Deere tractors to get a flag down. I've done the forklift thing. I've done all kinds of things. I've put a ladder on a forklift and had it lift me up because we had to get somewhere we couldn't get to. It's not good, and we could have been fined a lot of money for that. But I was taking on the risk. I was the facility manager. It was sort of on me. And if I had gotten hurt, I wasn't going to sue my employer over that because it was my boneheaded decision to do that. Still, you've got to be careful with OSHA and those things. And again, that's why it can be a little more important to maybe use a third party that's not going to risk doing that, or to properly train your people for an in-house function to do that. I've gotten very little OSHA training. Everything that I know, I've kind of learned on my own. And I would say that's kind of a deficiency in the organization I've worked in. They haven't done a good enough job of making sure that what we're doing is compliant and all of those things.